Some people suffer from a unique kind of depression that's related to seasons changing. Seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, usually affects people in the late autumn or winter due to a lack of sunlight. It begins and ends around the same time every year. According to studies, the farther that people live from the equator, the higher the likelihood someone will suffer from SAD. So here in New York City, we are 2,816 miles from the equator, and as of 2008, almost 5% of New Yorkers had seasonal affective disorder. Actually, the disorder was discovered by South African doctor Norman E. Rosenthal when he first came to visit New York City. He realized he experienced low energy levels when the days were shorter. Now, you may be asking, how does a person get seasonal affective disorder? A variety of factors, ranging from environmental conditions to genetics, cause seasonal affective disorder. During the fall and winter, there is less sunlight. And when there is less sunlight, people experience a drop in serotonin, a chemical in your brain that's responsible for mood. Less serotonin in the brain might trigger depression. Sunlight also suppresses the production of melatonin, a hormone responsible for controlling sleep and wake cycles. Melatonin levels usually peak an hour or two after you sleep and then gradually decrease when you wake up. So during the winter mornings, since there is less sunlight, melatonin levels increase during those more frequent dark periods. This causes sleep problems, lethargy, and mood disorders. But it's not only the amount of sunlight you get that counts, but the time of day you get it. During the fall and winter, there is less sunlight in the morning. This causes your circadian rhythm, or natural biological clock, to continue to shift, so you get to bed later and wake up later. That's why living in the city with all the bright lights actually can harm us more than help us. Because even though we are exposed to more lights, since it's at the wrong time of the day, it just throws us out of whack. The changes in serotonin, melatonin, and circadian rhythms cause symptoms like poor concentration, depression, withdrawal from friends and family, sleep problems, overeating, and feelings of hopelessness. In fact, the symptoms can even spiral out of control. Poor concentration may keep a person from being able to pay his bills. Students who experience poor concentration may have trouble completing work and can fall behind. However, people who experience SAD can use a variety of measures to cope with the disorder, like light therapy, where a light box mimics the effect of natural sunlight and causes a change in mood. Another solution is cognitive behavior therapy. In other words, making simple lifestyle changes, like getting up earlier, avoiding patterns of negative thinking, getting plenty of exercise, and having a well-balanced diet. And finally, people suffering from seasonal affective disorder can also use prescribed medications, such as antidepressants. So if you think you may have seasonal affective disorder, consider one of these solutions before you give up on New York City and move to Florida. They drive really slow there, and you can't take the subway.